Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube video. My name is Zeke and I'm a background and concept artist working in the animation industry for around 3 years now. This video is going to break down the process of how I work through a background from a rough sketch all the way up to the final paint. So let's begin. This background is literally an old desk setup of mine that I used to work at all day. In order for me to keep up my creativity, I'd have lots of stickers, posters, and other media just plastered on any surface I could find. I start off with a rough sketch, planning out where I want every piece to go and what the focal point of the background is gonna be. Now if I've done my job well, your eyes should lead right into the computer screen. When I'm done that, I go around and fix any proportion issues that I had, especially with this monstera over here. Then we're on to the next step. There's this cool trick that I learned on my time working on a show called Red Ketchup. We had a lot of reused elements such as paintings, stickers, and other kinds of in-world art. To avoid any continuity or design issues, we always referred to the master art file. This file had all the high-resolution poster designs as PNGs. We would drag and drop these posters into our Photoshop files and manipulate them to fit the perspective that we require. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing in this background too. Now most of these poster and sticker designs are just things that I liked in general. You could see I was having quite a bit of fun coming up with them, and I think they really fleshed out the whole background. I then moved on to placing these elements in their respective zones using the warp tool. This made life a whole lot easier if you're telling me. After that was done, I moved to the clean line stage. Now this is where I take my time and make sure I have some strong line weight, and I hammer out any last minute design decisions. After that's all complete, I prep for the next best stage of every background. It all comes back to coloring books. Now this is where I make my bread and butter, and we first start off with blocking out all the major components of this background. I'm not really thinking of a color scheme just yet. I'm just going with the flow until something feels right. Once I'm happy with that, I start to think of harmonizing my colors. This is where blend modes come in very handy. I start off by unifying the colors of the posters and stickers as they were pretty sporadic. Next, I start sticking with this blue or blue-pink color scheme, which tickled my brain in just the right spot. And once I was happy with all the color decisions, the next step is the final texture. So this is where the blend modes come in clutch once again. I used some random patterns for the walls to break up their monotony, and for the main computer I used a square brush with the overlay blend mode. Finally, we're almost at the finish line. I add a couple glows to the screen because they're always on, just like I remember. I added some highlights to blend everything together, and we're finally good to go. Here's a little window into how I think when I'm painting and drawing backgrounds. Thank you so much for taking the time to check this video out, and if you'd like to see more, I'd appreciate a subscribe and a comment down below. Thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.